When you lower the neckline of your shirt, just mark where you want to lower it. I've marked it about 1 centimetre below my original neckline, and I'm going to join my side of the neck into a smooth curve to my new point. You can go right to the edge if you want to. Smooth it out. Usually your curve is curvy here and a little bit straight there, and it should be straight here as well. Once you've done that, measure the original line from the side of the neck to either the edge of the shirt or the centre front. It's up to you, as long as you measure from the same point on your new line as well. So that'll be my new line. Make a note of the difference between your old measurement and your new measurement. So when you come to alter the length of your collar stand, you'll know how much to adjust it by. So let's say my new line is about 4 millimeters longer than the original. Because I've only lowered it by 1 centimeter, it shouldn't be too much difference. So let's say the lengths are 4 mil difference. I'm going to alter my collar stand to 4 mil longer as well. Because it's the front of the shirt that I've changed, I'm not going to alter the back portion of my collar stand, so that's my centre back. This bit can stay the same because I didn't alter the back of the shirt. This is the centre front of my shirt that matches the collar stand. So I'm going to slash along here, which fits to there, and I'm going to add the 4 mil in this position. It can be anywhere around this area as long as it's the front portion of the collar stand. And when I open it, I'm going to slash it and open it parallel, and then I'm going to do the same on my collar as well. So where the collar fits onto my collar stand, I need to make the collar 4 mil longer as well, and I'm going to mark a very similar position as my collar stand and split this 4 mil as well. If you're lowering the neckline to a convertible collar shirt, it's no different to a normal collar, because remember that the grown-on facing is mirrored from your actual shirt. So when you do the alteration, forget about the facing, because that can be traced again afterwards. So whatever you change on the original body, you just have to mirror the facing again afterwards. So lower your neckline as you would on a normal shirt, and then redo your facing. Once you have your new neckline and you've adjusted the collar stand, the collars or the measurements back to so that it fits the new neckline, make sure you do make a little sample and that, you know, have a fitting and make sure that it sits nice. If you are going to have a very big alteration on the neckline, so let's say you have a very big dip on the front of the neckline, you can match the shoulders with the back yoke or the back of your shirt and make sure that line is smooth, because you can see here I've just sketched in this line, but there is a little corner that it's been created. So match it with your back and make sure it's a smooth line again, so it has a nice run. And also, if you are making a very big change in the front of the neckline, it's worth just drafting a whole new collar, because it might pull in all sorts of directions and won't sit very nice. This is the front of my shirt, and it's going to have a convertible collar. And the quickest way to make a facing grown on is fold it on the edge of the shirt. So this is my centre front where the buttons are going to be, and this forward line is going to be the edge of my shirt. So fold it along that line, and then I'm going to cut around the edge of my pattern. And the neatest way to do this is if you pin along the seam allowance before you cut it, so that the paper doesn't move around. So I've cut around the edge of my pattern. I'm just going to take the pins off, and when you unfold it, it will be exactly the same shape mirrored, and this is just quicker than tracing the other side onto the facing. So once you've done that, this is the edge of your shirt, remember, and that's your centre front. and then you just have to draw in the dimensions of your facing. Now you want the facing to be big enough to cover the button and the placket, so I'd say a minimum of 4 centimetres. So I'm going to do about 5 from the edge of the shirt, not from the centre front, so just draw a straight line somewhere there. And then on the shoulder I also want it about 5. You can do it a lot smaller on the shoulder if you want to. So this is my mark for the edge of my facing, and this is also the same mark, so I'm going to just join the 2 lines together however you want to shape it. So now this is my facing, so just draw in your seam allowance on the shoulder and neckline and cut along this line. Depending on how you finish it, you might need to add a centimetre seam allowance on there as well.